Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Hello, how are you, Guardians? What are you up to? I'm in the game kind of early. I know reset for the day has just happened, the daily reset. I want to just take a look around. Let's see what's changed, what's new. I always feel like somebody's watching me. But I definitely love the game, and I always feel like the blend of light versus dark. When you use the darkness powers for the good of the light, is it really then a lightness? Does it shine a light on other darkness? It's a very fine line. It's a very fine line. Something to think about when you use your darkness powers for the reasons of the light. Yeah, it's a fine line, and I like it. Strand, was Strand dark or light? Leave a comment down below. Strand, because I love some Strand. Maybe I have fallen into the dark side. Now the I like to warm up. Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me go to the tower and pick up anything that I can grab. I want to be paid for what I do. And really, Guardians, I was thinking about, the gameplay from yesterday, day before. I feel like the team we assembled a phenomenal team, right? We did assemble a phenomenal team. Now, having said that, there were times where I was feeling like I was a little bit more powerful. I went into the lost sector yesterday on mouse and keyboard. It was a learning experience. I learned through all the tragedy that I had. Did I ever get the selectable lost sector finished on mouse and keyboard? No. After about 35, 40 minutes, I went back to my controller, still on computer, but with my controller hooked up. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Checking.
I want to say this to you. If you are on a mouse and keyboard and you're using the mouse and keyboard, uh, hats off to you because you're absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be a big learning curve, like, bell shaped, maybe pyramid shaped. Hang on, my cat's banging on the door. I'll be right back. Hang on. Thank you, Guardians. Kitty Cat wanted to go out. She looked out the door of my studio and she said, "Oh, it's sunny and beautiful out there." But then when she got out there, it was, cold and windy. So it was a no. It was a no. Do I want to keep any of this? I want to love this sword, the Dragon Cult Sickle. I really want to love it. Wait a minute. Did that have Jagged Edge? No. But I can't keep all the weapons that I love. There's too many of them. And some of them I don't even love. I've never used them. Like this Waking Vigil is shoot to loot and volt shot. Arc, I feel like that's going to be glorious. It will be glorious. Whether I use it with a lightness power or a darkness power, I think it's going to be good. I think it will. Now, Regent, Repulsor, Brace, and Explosive Light. I haven't used Scatter Signal. I don't think I've fired one of these at all. Caraxus, Distress. I'm a fan. I am a fan of Caraxus, Distress. Does this have Jagged Edge? Enduring Jagged Edge. Oh, World rapid sword strikes increase this weapon's damage for a short duration. I'm wondering. Should I keep it? Should I? I don't know. This, I'm going to delete that. A Vengeful Whisper. I don't know that I've even used this bow, and it is strand, and I love strand, so I feel like I need to use it. I'm going to delete these Spoils of Conquest. I wished I could bulk delete these, but they're not going to bulk delete. These won't. Individual. So I want to get them out of the way because I don't want to push something that I might really like out of the way. Or is there any room to delete something up here? The trace rifle again. Get out of here. I need to use the trace rifles, but right now they're not my jam, they're not my jelly, and they certainly don't come buttered. So get out of here. Now, I have been trying to love Polaris Lance. I see all the high-end gamers, those triple S tier Destiny God gamers. They love Polaris Lance. Why can't I love Polaris Lance? Leave a comment down below. Do you love Polaris Lance, or do you leave it behind on the tower when you go out to fight back the enemies of humanity? Do you leave it? Do you take it? Leave a comment. Now, I want to say I got one space. One space or another. I do want to feel like I need to try this. I don't know if that's a great role. Hello? Is there someone out there? Shark, how are you, buddy? Oh, Katie? What did you say? I knew she liked me. I knew it. Shark, let me see. I think it's 7755, but I'm going to look and pull it up on the screen so you can see it. Ransom_rider number 7755. 7755. Shark, how are you? Hello. So I want to just, get in and try to get some. Wow, we've got some clanmates on today. There's K-Fizz. Shark, come and hang out with me sometime. I need friends. We can play together. We can have some fun. We can make memories. So, my normal clan that I hang out with, my very first fire team ever, they're not online. They stay up till 3 in the morning, and then they sleep till 2 and 3 in the afternoon. I understand it, because I've been up late these last few days playing in the game. I was actually watching fellow Guardian and clanmate Brad Turtle was taken. And I was watching him live stream as he was running through lost sectors having a blast. And he's very proficient, efficient. He goes in there in a timely manner. I played with so many phenomenal Guardians. Shout out to each and every one of you, because there's some good ones out there. A lot of good ones. And I do believe right now we have a little bit of room in the clan. Don't go out alone. This world, it's vicious. This is a vicious solar system that we live in inside the game of Destiny. I don't want you out there alone. Not when I'm needing friends. We have opportunity to meet inside the game and hang out and have good times. All right, now, what do I want to do? I kind of wanted to warm up with that lost sector. I feel like this is a good one. It's a lot of taken. And it's overload and unstoppable. So I know immediately. Am I still in the tower? Yeah. I know immediately that I want to do rocket launchers. Overload. Rocket launchers. Blast them into oblivion. Show no mercy. They're void normally in there. Are they still void? Let me look. This lost sector is ate up with rot and taken. Champions run amok. Void shields. You know, I guess they stay void all the time. And they use stasis all the time in this one. Overload and unstoppable. And unstop is a hand cannon. So I've been trying to fill out the catalyst for Buried Bloodline. I wonder if I should work on that shark. Should I work on Buried Bloodline more? Where am I with this? The catalyst, I'm at 35%. You know, I really like to get catalyst done. If I don't get a catalyst done, I feel like, you know, the weapon's not to its full potential. The potential has not been reached. So I feel like maybe I need to go work on that. I can't use, it's a sidearm, so it's barrier, but I need hand cannon and overload. Overload's auto rifle. Okay, you know, I definitely like this. Hand cannon. Man, I need a void hand cannon though. Really? Should I be doing this and then overload auto rifle, use Amit? But I could use Gnawing Hunger. You know, I've not had Gnawing Hunger out of the vault in a while. Gnawing Hunger is void. Exo, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Very good to see you. Exo is exotic in chat. He's a member of the clan. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Should I pull out Gnawing Hunger? Should I? What do I want to put away here? Maybe plug one. I'm putting plug one away. And I'm going to look for Gnawing Hunger. Oh, exotic. Do you work late nights? Do you work at night? Or are you on a morning shift? Because I know that's rough, exotic. That's rough when you have to work those. Random. That's tough. Here's Gnawing Hunger. Let's pull Gnawing Hunger out and see what it can do. What else could I put away? Because I was thinking maybe a void hand cannon. U.S. Air Force? Exo. Okay, let's pause for a moment. Thank you for your service in the Air Force. As someone who's been in a lot of foreign countries where democracy does not rule, you know, even some communist countries, I know, I've been there. Thank you for keeping America safe. You know, thank you. Because some of these countries, it's awful. It's awful. But I'm glad I did get the opportunity to see, because every time I come back home to the good US of A, I am thankful and truly like kiss the ground you're walking on that we have so many rights and freedoms. Pushing back the darkness in real life. Exo. Hats off to you. Thank you. I just can't thank you enough, really. Warden's Law. Isn't there an adept version of this? Like, where's my... Okay, I have the adept version. Should I keep this? Rampage, Stunning Recovery, Frenzy. What's this? I really want... I was thinking I would want a Void. But I'm going to stick with Malfeasance. Okay, will this work for me? And then I know I have to have a rocket launcher. Oh no, I vaulted that. Come back here. Get back here. I like Bad Omens a lot. I know it's not popular. Bad Omens is not popular. But I like Bad Omens. Now look at this. An option would be Leviathan's Breath. I'm going to vault Legend of Acrius just for now. As much as I love shotguns. You know, I believe in being a shotgun titan. I believe in it. Not in PvP. Because as you know, I'm rotten in PvP. And I don't really have that skill set to go into... PvP and be good. I'm a little slow. I'm slow, but I'm learning to work with my limitations. But yes, Exotic, I am thrilled to know that you push back the darkness in real life. It makes me feel good inside to even know that I've played with you and you're a hero in the real world. K Fizz, hello, hello. But I do want to. Exotic, now, are you friends with Hexy in the real world? Are you friends with him in the real world? Or are you guys just game mates? Because Hexy was in chat last night and he was talking about going through the Grandmaster, gamer friends. He was talking about going through the Grandmaster, and I need to go through it at some point before reset. Now, I think I've got enough to be happy. I'm going to put Bad Omens. I'm going to equip it. Crux Termination. Oh, I'm just so crazy about
we face
that.
A strange road ahead, Guardian.
Savala, I'm speaking, buddy. Hello. Let me move away. It's a strange road ahead. He's just now figuring that out. There's been twists, curves, and turns in this road every time we step on it. Let's get over to the Dreaming City. And we're going to take a look at options and just make sure that I'm happy. Oh, Exotic. I know you're unstoppable in there. I've got to go through trials to try to get hushed shrinks. I've got to get hushed shrinks. I feel like there's so many things in this game that I don't have. And I want it all. I want it all. Cue the music. I want it all. I think there's a song about that. But what is your KD, XO? I'm sure it's phenomenal. I wished you guys, XO, you should take the lead. You should be, the commander of our PvP team. I think I've talked to you about it before. We need somebody that would just, command the PvP team and keep a good group. Keep a good group. And that would like the Coterie of Arms. Oh, you're a 2.4? That's really like upper level. I mean, truly. I'm like a 0.8. I always feel like that I don't have... I always feel like... Oh, is somebody here working on this by themselves, or is this just ongoing? Now, this is one of those things that I never have been able to click off. I never have been able to click off the Blasted Triumph for this. For never letting this thing have any damage. Why? I've done hundreds of these. Hundreds of them. And I have yet, to be able to click it off. And there's nobody here. Oh, wait a minute. Is that one Guardian out there in the darkness? I don't like you, Mr. Ogre. You look very menacing, and you're headed this way. This will start it. But I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm going over here where the party's at. You see all these gamers all piled up together? They're here for this lost sector. I don't know what it's giving, and I'm not really, ultimately, it's not my concern about what this is dropping. I just want to push back the darkness and do my part. Well, Exotic, you probably are, the number one PvP player in our clan. For sure. I don't know that we have anybody over a 2.4. What's this guy doing? Hello, Crota's therapist. What have you been telling him? What have you been telling him? I hope you've prepared him for the end, because that's what he's been facing time and again. So, do I have this set up the way I need? No, Gnawing Hunger. Void. Malfeasance. Gnawing Hunger. So, I've got Unstoppable and a hand cannon. Overload auto rifle. And I have Overload and Bad Omens. How did I just get that? It must be because I stepped into that event. Overload rocket launchers. Yes. But look at this. Increases ability damage to Taken and Scorn. Wow, I feel like I need that. So I'm going to refund this. I'm going to, wait a minute. Okay, refund. And then I'm going to click that. So let's go in. Let's go in. Legend. I feel like I want to just go in on the master version. Although, if you don't feel like you're up to the master version, don't do the master version. You know, go in on legend. You're still going to get something, usually. Let's do this together, Guardians. Let's do it together. Let's go into the deep end and let's wait around. Let's swim around. Let's take a dive. The deep end. Launch. Stasis, and what was the other one? Look at those before you go in. Don't do what I just did. Don't go in all full of hubris and find that you're, knocked back a few steps and could even be taken out. You could be taken out. But I like Malfeasance in here. I like to just stay up on champion, 4 champions. I like to stay up on these lost sectors because I feel like, it keeps me just, I'm trying to fine tune my skills. This has been a 10-year progress because I started playing a long time ago, back when Destiny was new, at the request of Havoc. Family pull you into this stuff and then they won't let you leave, and I didn't want to leave. So I was excited to get in here and do all this stuff, and then Destiny 2 launched and we had the Red Wars, and man, oh man, I tell you, the Red Wars, that they about did me in. But I do have the Void Streak Sparrow. Is he gonna stop? He got me. Do-over. I mean, I felt like he should have stunned a little bit better than that. Let's get out of here. I'm doing this again. Because I'm going to do this deathless. But I don't really need grapple. I need shackle. Not grapple, shackle. It sounds like fruits. I don't want the grapple today. Just give me a shackle. Coming right up, sir. Coming right up. 1 shackle. Okay, now, Leviathan's Breath could have been an option. And then I could have used, like a lot of auto rifles to stun them. But I'm going back in. We don't accept defeat. As Guardians, defeat is not in our vocabulary. Okay, wait a minute now. Solar Surge. It was Solar Surge. Solar Threat. I need to look at this stuff, right? I don't need Lucent Blades. I had this preset up. So, I know, too, there's a lot of stasis in here. This is not the build I wanted, ultimately. But I put it in because it's a 104, a 90, a 100. And I need to use Dim. Drudimus Maximus. Oh, man, I know. Leviathan's Breath. It is a breath of fresh air in this. And I'm probably not going to be popping him with Synthoceps, right? I don't think so. 87, 89, 91... 30, 28. Okay, I'm going to go that route. Man, that lowered some stuff. It lowered some stuff. And then I still like Armatarium. I just, can't get enough of it. But I like Severance Enclosure. Powered melee kills and finishers unleash explosions. Wow, that brought that down to a 99, 28. So I'm going to have to go 30. to get that back up. I'm not liking. I don't like this look right now. I don't like the look. Let's get a different look on here. Exotic, who's in chat, you absolutely had a phenomenal look just recently. I was crazy about it. I don't know. I need more ornaments. I need like hundreds of ornaments. Because sometimes I look at this stuff and, it's a big no for me. Part of it is I have on a rotten color shader on my shoulders right now. If I start grappling, yes, I know. Use that grapple, and then I don't expend them, right? Because I wouldn't be using them. Exotic, I need to fine tune my approach. I need a fine tunement. Oh, that's pretty. I think I'll go with that. Now, is this better? I still don't have this set up the way it needs to be. And I do have some pre-done loadouts. I know, Exotic, I know. That's why I keep thinking I want to carry the exotic weapon. The Navigator. I feel like I need to take Navigator in and use it more often. I see gamers just absolutely destroying everything with Navigator. And I need to use it. I have the catalyst. Practice. You hit it on the head, XO. I need to practice that stuff. I need to practice it. I hooked Dim up better in my system so I could use it. I need to use Dim. Now, am I going to like this? Hand cannon. I feel like this hand cannon used to do better. Do better, hand cannon. I could always go Fatebringer. I could always get that 25% damage with Zhali's Bane. Oh man, should that be the way? And then should I use Quicksilver Storm? So I still have the hand cannon. I still have Overload, Auto Rifle, and Grenade Launcher. I have Solar, and I have Void. Let's try this one, Exotic. Let's try this one. Master, yeah, I'm still going in. And Attrition, anytime you see the teardrop, the raindrop, Attrition, it's going to be rotten. It will absolutely be rotten. Now, Exotic, are you going in today into the Grandmaster? I'm hoping Hexy comes on, Hex, and we can do that Grandmaster. But I need to get... Oh, thank you. I'll try, Exotic. I will try. Don't ever doubt it. I will try. I was talking last night about Lorelai's Splendor Helm and Tommy's Matchbook. Wow, those days were so glorious. They were just absolutely glorious. Wow, he's hurting me. You're hurting me, Mr. Monster. What's going wrong here? Maybe I'm not liking this after all. Maybe I'm not liking that after all. I'm going to try something different. Redo grudge match. Redo this thing. I'm going to restart it. I'm going to restart it. He stomped through the whole thing to get to me. They called ahead. I often think they're warned about it. Baggy boy, hello. They warn them in advance. They warn them in advance about it. So let's see. Let's try something different. I did really like Malfeasance. Let's do this. I'm gonna lose my ability to overload, and Unstoppables. They don't regain their health. The overload guys absolutely regain their health, right? So I feel like I kind of still want to focus on getting overloads out of here. So, hand cannon. I have Fatebringer. Is this gonna be better? And then should I be using solar? Should I, just rethink the whole deal? Fusion grenades. I've tried to love fusion grenades. Healing grenade. I like solar grenades, but I know healing grenades. They're a gameplay here. Healing grenades. So, Pyrogales. Do I want Pyrogales, or do I want to be able to litter the field? Litter the field. That's an 81. Why are they even using that and it's so low? Alright. Do I want to go Pyrogale? Exotic. When you're on and playing, we'll have to talk about it. I'll need to get this thing set up. I need to rework all my builds because I end up just absolutely making a mess. That's what I do. And it's fun to try to figure it all out. Like, how do I figure this out? What do I do? Because ultimately, I would really like to use, Sunshot. Should I rethink this and just
Guardian,
use
we're showing a
Sunshot?
jump in Scorn activity in your current sector. Can you put eyes on them?
Calm down, Petra. I'm working. Let's take a look at Exotic. He has sent me, a little message saying, check me out. Zali's Bane, the Swordbreaker Adept. That little, it looks like he's wearing a cowboy hat, the way that looks. I don't remember mine looking like that. But this is the Adept version, and I don't think I have the Adept version. Dragon's Breath, rocket launcher. But let's look at this. Okay, heavy ammo finder. So harmonic siphon and harmonic targeting. Yeah, I have this set up wrong, don't I? Wait a minute. I want to use solar. And I get solar and stasis on this, which really, I don't use stasis a lot at all. So I need to pull one of these out. The solar I use, and solar down here is a 3. So now I feel like I usually get a lot solar targeting. I feel like maybe solar targeting should be the way. Improved target acquisition. Rapid solar final blows create orbs of power. I kind of just need to use that. Then it would give me a lot more. Oh, okay. I don't need that. Solar targeting. So what would I use here? Just more of the solar siphon? Or would I use the heavy ammo finder? Because I'm solo here. Rapid solar. And I feel like, let's see, where is this at? Strength mod. Strength mod's 105. So I need this in resilience. But I might have to just change this whole deal here, right? I might have to change the whole deal. Probably artifice armor, 26, 18, 25, 26, 32. Let's do that. That gets my resilience up. And I have all that artifice armor, and I'm not even using all of it. This is artifice armor. So that got my resilience back up. Heavy ammo finder. So I have solar siphon, heavy ammo finder on. Let's go back and look and see what EXO had on. You know, these builds, they're important. They are important. And I like to get them, you know, loaded up. And then I often, you know, change things specifically for one thing. EXO's looking fine and dandy. Stat increase. This is all harmonic reserves. Harmonic reserves on the chest piece. Harmonic reserves increases the amount of ammo you can carry for solar. I feel like I need a little bit of some type of resistance here. Solar, or is, you know, he's going to burn me. The boss is going to burn me. Wow, I don't really have, you know, I needed a solar rocket launcher. Okay, what we're gonna do this right. You know, solar's giving me 25%. I want to go back to the tower and look and see what my options are. Savala, hello. Exotic says if I run a solar heavy, I can then run the reserves because Sunshot doesn't need it. Sunshot doesn't need it, and this is full, so I don't really. You know, I'm not going to transfer a lot. And I'm one of those, I like to stare at the stuff and kind of contemplate which one. I like to contemplate, like, which one am I going to use? So, these build outs, so important. I mean, don't neglect this. Now, often I do think, here's what I think. This is a thought I have. That discovering the build that works for you is a huge amount of fun. It really is a huge amount of fun. I'm going to put Leviathan's Breath away for the moment. I really love Leviathan's Breath. I feel like I could even put Storm Chaser away because I like Taipan, but I like these three linears and I don't end up, you know, killing myself with them. So what I want to do is find a solar rocket launcher where it would really benefit me, behoove me to have on those mods to give me extra ammo. And man, I know people love Parasite. I'm going to one day maybe find the love for Parasite. Roar of the Bear with tracking module and Vorpal. I like tracking module. I think it actually does it bring down some of your damage. Where's my solar rocket launchers? I feel like now, well, Apex Predator, we know that's the one to go. Apex Predator is the one to use, right? So let's try to get this set up. I'm going to go back and look, but now Void Shields, but no longer are the games match made, right? You don't have to match solar to solar, void to void for shields. So I want to take a look. Oh man, this color shader. I'm going to have to just make everything Crucible Peppermint. Okay, let's take a look at EXO again. EXO, can you hear me? And let's see, this is all the harmonic reserves. Solar Scavenger, Solar Weapon Surge on the boots. Let me look at my boots. I've got the Solar Weapon Surge on, and then Solar Scavenger is going to allow me to pick up more. But I'm out of space. I guess I can do away with one of these and go Solar Weapons, get reserves. Okay, so I could do that. Let's take a look at EXO's mark. Outreach. Reaper, Outreach, and Bomber. Reaper, Outreach, and Bomber. I don't think I'm going to get close enough to do a lot of melees, though. I really don't. Dima, hello, hello. I kind of think I want to leave this as is. Finishers. I like finishers. Raven the One, I'm good. They hit me hard inside of that lost sector, and I don't want to be hit hard. I want to go back in. The solar loader would actually benefit me, on both those weapons. Let's look at the gauntlets on EXO. Heavy-handed, fastball. And then, what were mine? Solar loader. Harmonic loader. When your grenade is fully expanded, your armor charge is consumed, and you gain grenade energy.
Monitoring all channels. Stay alert.
Heavy-handed, your powered melee kills. Now, this works for what EXO was speaking about. If I use the strand orbs and I, just keep stranding to it and punch them, it's going to work. That would really work for me, right? It would. Now, I could go Zali's Bane and I could switch back, to definitely Galahorn or, the exotic. Because I really like the exotic rocket launcher that we just got. I like that shark look. I like the fact that it looks like a shark. Dragon's Breath. It's sharky. And I used that in D1 a few months ago and loved it there, and I love it here. It's does a lot of damage, and I'm a fan. So should that be the route I should go? And then use Zali's Bane. Do I have my Dragon's Breath on another character? I think I do. I think I have it, maybe on my Hunter, because I'm not seeing it here. Also, Steel Thunderlord is Overload, because the Overloads are going to rebuild. But I'm thinking Here's what I'm thinking. Let's get back in and give it another try. Raven, how are you, buddy? Now, really, come on, share it with us. How are you? I want to know. Let's go back to the Dreaming City. I'm going to go into Aphion's Rest just to warm up. I'm going in just to warm up. I'm like 80% of what EXO is wearing. But EXO is really like super fast. EXO is super fast. He's one of the triple S gamers, a triple S. And he looks phenomenal. And we all know the better you look, the better you do. Oh, he's now popped in Sleeper Simulant, which I'm a fan of Sleeper Simulant. Zhao Bane, and the Swordbreaker Adept. I feel like I need a Swordbreaker Adept. Because you get to use the Adept mods. That's really a big part of it, getting to use those Adept mods. Now, I want to be able to zone into that lost sector from space. I want to be able to click it instead of just, highlighting it for tracking. I want to just be taken right into it from space, from the tower, from anywhere. Oh man, here's this again. I'm going to rally it, although I know I can't take my super in. My super! Alright, now I'm here. Lots of game time coming up for the weekend, says Raven the One. Yes, I hear you. Now, instead of boss spec, let's get serious about this. It needs to be Taken spec. Because Taken, that's what these monsters are. They're Taken. And this will give me more damage. The Taken spec will give me more damage. Let's try this, Guardians. Let's try it. Overload is always the scary thing. And I'm using solar grenades. I probably should use healing grenades. But wow, I get a 25% damage increase on solar grenades. I'm going to keep that. Let's go in again. Let's go in again. Can I do it? Will I do it? Do it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Havoc, did I see you in chat? Are you in there? All right, but chat, I do, I'm warming up with this. I've been warming up for 30 minutes on this thing. I need to get serious about it and get them out of here. But I need to do the Grandmaster Nightfall. That's what I need to do. And I know it's going to be challenging. Holding a grenade, how are you, buddy? How are you? So let's see what I can do with this. Now, remember, attrition, it's not your friend. It's not a breakfast cereal. Attrition. It's mean, it's vile, it's despicable, and they put it in the game to torment us. Attrition. See, I need to pick those up, and they don't even track. Like, I feel like they need 20% tracking. They ought to roll my way a little bit instead of rolling downhill. Now, you've heard me say before, Sunshot. I'm a fan. I am a fan of Sunshot. Now, do I have the correct Apex Predator built? I hope that I do. You know, I hope I have the correct one. But I'm going to say something a little bit controversial, Holden, chat. I'm going to say something a little bit controversial. I would like the hammer, you know, my little throwing hammer. I want it replaced with a boomerang. I want a boomerang. And I don't mean what the hunter has. I want a boomerang that auto comes back to me. I want it to auto come back to me. No matter. You know, no matter, I want it to come back. Now remember, let your weapon fluoresce. If it doesn't fluoresce, you know, you're in trouble with it. And if you keep your body behind, you know, these structures, you're going to fare better. You'll fare better. Win, how are you, buddy? It is so good to see you. I feel like it's been a while since you were able to hang out with me, Win, and I'm glad you're here. Win has been coming into chat and saying hello and speaking for a while, and it's good to see you back. Now we have to watch for his little, you know, Christmas lights, his headdress, his party lights. When they light back up, we know that he's, you know, has the ability to be stunned. I really expected that to do a little bit more damage. Now, I've not come into the zone where he's stomping his way toward me. And as you saw, Exo called it before, this guy's a bully. He is a playground bully. And the Dreaming City doesn't belong to the Taken. Sir, this does not belong to you. And see, his name is Unstoppable Taken Flanix. Flanix. The big UTP. And I'm toying with him. Now, I know this is timed. We know it's timed. I don't care. I'm on my own. Time can run out. The only thing after time runs out, now you would be sent back. You would be sent back to the starting flag. He is powerful with darkness, though. I mean, this is a lot of sunshots to try to get him. And he's finishable. He's got a little dot over his head that means he's finishable. But I want to be cautious. We know, you know, the darkness is powerful with that one. Is he stun locked, or has he just not, I'm not close enough to him for him to really pick me up? Pick me up. Alright, he's gone, and I'm glad he's gone. Oh, Holden, I do, unless I get, you know, 2 people to do a Grandmaster. But yes, I want to learn how to Eager Edge. I'm scared of Eager Edge, because I've tried it before, and it never worked out for me. Oh, man. I don't have tracking on this. Stasis. Resource. I still like to grab resources. Oh, it's one of those rotten ones on the Cosmodrome. And it is a challenge. It's a challenge with all the spirits of Savathun, Savathun's ghost. You know, it's all that stuff. Where'd she go? She's hiding. You're hiding, ma'am. She knew death was imminent, so she's hiding out. And remember, these guys will multiply. They will absolutely refill this thing. I have to wonder how much they multiply. I'm an absolute fan of Sunshot. Come on out, ma'am. I know you're up there waiting for me. She had an evil grin upon her face. And really, that's the only look she's got. An evil grin. It's the only look. Psyops Battleground. Yeah, it's horrible. It's rotten. Now, she knows I took out her friend. I took out her twin. She's angry. I feel like she should have really, you know, not been able to move there quite so much. The good thing about the unstop, you know, they can't move. Or they can't heal. But patience. Patience. Oh, patience. Patience. Now, her I don't like. But get her friends. You've heard me often say in these, get their friends. I got her that time. She did give me a little attrition, a little, you know, health well. Boy, I am holding more ammo for this thing. Sunshot. I'm crazy about Sunshot. It's just that I like the mobility of Strand. You know, Holden, I love the mobility of Strand. It's so good. Holden, I watched your video last night. Holden is a content creator, streamer, and he had an excellent video up of just having some fun with mobility and a soundtrack. some music from the legendary John Williams. Most people probably know John Williams from his score for Star Wars. I don't think I saw anything, Havoc. I don't think I saw anything. But maybe I missed it. You know, that's a possibility. Oh, I see that. Yes, it's working. Now, where's the boss? I feel like the boss should be out in here. Sunshot, you're my friend. Reloading. Reloading. I always have those little tense moments, you know, where it's like, oh no, he's gonna get me. He's gonna get me. The monsters are real. Chat, way back when I was young, you know, my mother and father, like I was, you know, one of siblings, okay? So I was down the tree of children, and I loved horror movies. I loved horror movies. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. And every once in a while, if the wind was blowing in the right direction, we could get, you know, we could get a signal. And I always just really hoped, like, you know, we'd have proper weather on a Saturday or a night when something like spooky was coming on. And I would get to, you know, I would get to watch a horror movie. Quit moving. And I would set up late by myself. My mother and father, they were working Americans. So I would set up late. Okay, that got the boss. That means the chest is open and available. Oh, I've never been over here before. This is probably a good place to get stuck. All right, I think that got them all. I think that got them all. But I would set up late, watch those horror movies. That's probably, you know, where I really found my fondness for all of this stuff. But my mother and father would say, the one thing you have to do is just, you know, you turn the lights off. You make sure everything is turned off. And that the TV's turned off. Well, my bedroom was very far away. But I would sit there and I would watch that television in the living room, and it would be all snowy and fuzzy, and I would be trying to see, you know, what the monster was doing on the screen through all that snow and bad signal. And I say snow, that was a term that we used back in the, you know, the dark days. But it just meant that the screen wasn't very clear. There was just a lot of static-y interference. The signal was not strong. And I would just love it. But then it would come time to turn out the light. And there was no remote control light. There was no speaking to your assistant, your computer assistant, to get the lights turned off. I mean, now, we can talk to Google or Siri or Alexa and get that stuff done. Back in the day, you had to flick the switch. I know it seems alien to you now, but you had to flip the switch. So I would make my way over to the control panel in the living room, and I would just say, Hexy, are you guys available to do a Grandmaster? I've got a setup that might be okay. But I would go through. Now that was completed. Did I get anything good? I didn't even look. I would run over to that control panel for the light switches, and I knew that I had to turn the living room light off, but yet I needed to make it all the way to my bedroom, which was like through the living room, take a right, go down the hallway, and make it. My bedroom was the dead last one down the hallway. Man, oh man, I would put my hand out as far as I could, get ready to run. I'd hit that switch and I would fly through there. Always thinking, why won't that light bulb just, give some brightness for a few minutes? I would just run like something was chasing and howling at my heels down the hallway. And I always left my bedroom door open. I prepared. And then I would launch myself at my bed because I knew, Guardians, I knew there was something waiting underneath my bed. I would launch myself onto the bed, bury myself underneath the covers, and hide my face. Because if they can't see me, they can't get me, right? That was my whole thing. And I think that, Guardians, if they can't see me, they can't get me. Does it work in the game in a few areas still? Oh, Hexy, absolutely, absolutely. And I lived. I'm still here. Nothing got me because I buried myself underneath the covers in darkness. And when I say that, kind of like what Eris Morn did, I mean, didn't she hide from the darkness on the moon for like 500 years? She probably lived in the dark. She lived in the dark. What is this? Let's take a look at this. Stasis and solar. Void threat. Unstoppable and barrier. Void threat, unstoppable, and barrier. Sidearms. Man, oh man. Void threat. Void threat. I mean, I feel like that Apex Predator is going to get me dead in there. I could use Taipan. But, I'm trying to live with solar right now. I'm trying to live with solar. The decisions that we have to make as Guardians, there's like millions of combos here, especially if you have a vault filled with weapons. All right, now let me see. I want to send some invites out. Has Hexy signed in yet? Exo has signed in. Let's see if Exo wants to do it. Oh, Rat King, Cartesian Coordinate, and Solar Machine Gun. Yes, Holden, I like your thinking. King Lamb. Boisterous Dave says, I would always run when I turned off the lights and hide under the sheets. Boisterous Dave, me too. Me too. Now I have, lights that are automatic because I think, isn't that where we got automatic lights? Because when I was a kid, I wanted that. And I think some inventor said, hey, we need remote auto lights here, or motion activated lights. Thank you, Holden. Thank you. Exo was in chat just a moment ago. So let's see. Let me see if... what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's see if Hexy is in. He's loading in. Hexy is loading in. It's Exo and something important. He's in orbit. Did I send him an invite? I'm going to send him another one. Now, am I on... Let me make sure I'm on social. I might have been on social. I'm on public. I could have been joined in that lost sector, but it would have been okay because I've done all those lost sectors. Boisterous Dave, me too. Me too. I thought, like, you know, I could get under those covers and I would be safe. The blanket was a shield. The blanket was a shield. I would not move. I wouldn't move. And I stayed in the center of the bed. Like, you know, here's the bed. I stayed in the dead middle of the bed because I knew that evil clown, that monster lurking under the bed, could reach, but he couldn't get me in the middle. So I lay dead in the middle, just dead in the middle to avoid being taken by the monster. You know, I look back at it now and I wouldn't change a thing because I loved those movies. I still love them today. I still watch them. You know, there was like the attack of this giant spider that would come creeping over the mountains. It was massive. Loved that thing. And I always just hoped and hoped that that channel would just come in enough to be able to watch it. And if my father wasn't busy, you know, with other errands or activities, my father would watch them with me. And we would sit in the living room in front of, you know, what at the time was like a massive TV. I think it was a 21-inch and it, you know, was a piece of furniture in the living room. My father and I would sit in front of that TV and we'd have like a bowl of popcorn and a beverage, usually sweet tea. And if we were real lucky, we would have like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Or often, I think back in those days, okay, these were dark days, it was an RC Cola. I think it was Royal Crown. And my father and I, we'd have 2 glasses on the table in front of the main sofa. And my father would sit on the end and I'd be right next to him. And we'd have our beverages. We'd have some snacks, some popcorn, chips, or, you know, a cracker. And we would sit and watch those horror movies through that snowy, clouded screen, you know, and just hate it when it would go out because there would be times where it would be gone for like 2 or 3 minutes and we'd miss some of the action. And my father would always give me those little life lessons, you know, that they try to convey to you as a parent. This is make-believe. This is Hollywood. None of this is real. And I want you to remember that this is not real. We're just going to enjoy what's going on. But know that when this TV's turned off, it's all gone. You know, none of it's real. And ultimately, the monster on the screen may not have been real, but there's definitely some horrors in real life. You know, you learn about that as you get a lot older. But, yeah, I love those times. I look back on them with great fondness and just think, this was so good. It was so good that my father, who was such a busy man, got to spend those times with me. Now you see Hackerman Hex here. He's wearing the Halloween. He's a member of Halloween. And he's wearing the Solo Flawless Not Garden of Salvation, but Solo Flawless, Warlord's Ruin. And I love this emblem banner. I know a lot of people got this really late. Really late. All right, now we've just got confirmation from EXO that he's on a phone call, so I know he's going to join up with us. Holden, I want to give a big thank you to you for volunteering for the suffering that is this Grandmaster Lost Sector. I'm going to pull it back up on the screen so that Hex can actually take a look at it, and we can prepare. As you saw me demonstrate, I demonstrated it really well. Being not prepared when you face in-game content can ruin you. Stasis is a 25% bonus. You know, if you've got stasis weapons, this would be a bonus to you. Solar Surge is a 25% bonus. Shotguns. You know, I love shotguns. Now, this is Extinguish. If you all go down, you're going to orbit. There's a lot of modifiers on this, a lot of extra shields, limited revives. There's a void threat. It's barrier and unstoppable. But we may face arc, solar, and void. So void threat. Let me just see. I want to put void damage resistance on this. And I when was the last time this was a Grandmaster? I don't even know. A big thank you to EXO and Hackerman Hex for joining me. EXO is a full confirmed member of Coterie of Arms. Hex is with Halloween, but he's been a member. We're like family here at Coterie of Arms. Hex has been a member, I do think, for a short time inside of Coterie of Arms. So I'm glad to see him here with me today. These guys are Triple S. They are Destiny gods. No pressure, EXO and Hex. No pressure, but show them what the light can do. We're going in, and I may have to fine-tune some equipment, but I will give this a go. Let's do it. This is the Grandmaster Nightfall Arena Cosmodrome, and it's one of the tough ones, chat. It's one of the tough ones. I landed here just a few days ago to check out what it was, because if it says Battleground or some of those titles, I don't remember exactly which one they are. A few of them, like I look at them and I'm excited. You know, Devil's Ruin, I'm looking at you. I really like that one. Warlord of Nothing, I like it. My favorite one is the Glassway. It's absolutely my favorite Grandmaster. None of those are on the rotation this time. A lot of extra shields.
Cabal intel suggests that the Cosmodrome has become a light storage facility for the Lucent Hive.
And this is,
Creating light batteries?
you know, you just saw Hexy
What
say
for?
this is a long
Let's
one.
hope we never
It
find
is.
out.
It's a long
Get down
one.
there and target their leadership, Guardian.
This is long and arduous. The journey will be, you know, it will be memorable. It will be memorable because these monsters are endowed with special abilities, special powers. The covers on the bed won't save you here, Guardians. They won't save you. Your wits, your skill, your weapons, your teammate, your fire team. That's what's going to keep you alive as we push back the darkness in an ever-growing universe where darkness seems to be the norm. We stand for light. We stand for the right. If you're just joining me, I want to draw attention to EXO, who works in the military. You know, EXO is military. EXO is what we all aspire to be inside of Destiny. EXO's a hero in real life. You know, that's always phenomenal. Always phenomenal. Hats off to you, EXO. Hats off to you. Now, as I focus on the battle ahead, it will be arduous. Additional word of the day, arduous. You know, keep in mind here that if I'm not chatting, I'm using my focus. I'm using my focus. Oh. And I want to stay alive because I might be called upon to get a revive. Look at him up there trying to get a sniper shot in. Who trained them? Who trained them? Mithrax. Mithrax probably trained these guys. Wow, I really thought that would do a little bit more damage. Wow, is he a lot healthier than he used to be? Because he sure seems like it. He has an AoE, also known as Area of Effect. An Area of Effect. Rat King, you're Holden, you are absolutely correct. Rat King would have been a really good one here. I do believe it's increased healing, and it gives you invisibility, if I'm not mistaken, with the Catalyst. There was something really grand about the Catalyst. Whoa, I forgot about those guys coming out from behind me. Look at this big guy out to get me. All that he wants is to take me down. Cue the music. Ugh, they put rocks where they shouldn't be. Why is there a rock there? No! Stay out of the air! They got me! Vandal! That's like a Switchblade Susie up there with really mad skills. Get out of here, Switchblade Susie. Guardian down. Guardian down. Boisterous Dave, thank you so much. Thank you, Boisterous Dave. Ooh, heavy. Oh, look at him. He came up from behind us. He appeared from nowhere. That's hive magic. Voodoo. Oh, look at that. Shriekers. ×2. Lucent Moth, as deadly as anything you could encounter on this battlefield. They have a vicious tenacity. Once they find you, they don't want to let go.
Guardian, down.
Wow, two big stomping mad ogres. No, that fast? He got me that fast? Now, wait a minute. Is it now the witch? We get the witch that comes out? Ooh, she's angry.
For the Cabal, being disarmed is more shameful than being killed in battle. I imagine it's the same with the Guardians and their light.
The Hive have figured out a way to store our light.
They're creating batteries to power their rituals. We need to shut this down now.
Keitel, if you hate the Hive so much, why aren't your guys down here battling it out? Where's your team of Cabal experts? That's what I want to know. Now, chat, there's a lot of them that are going to come in here. A big lot of them. Oh, I thought I got the heavy. Maybe I didn't pick it up. Get those Lucent Moths while they still have a big hit box. When they're fresh, they're a slightly larger hit box. Oh, I got something mid-range calibration. I like a good Triumph to pop up. Ooh. They're so powerful. The stench of the worm is strong in this hole. We cleared this out a long time ago. We came this way when we were, first turned to Guardians. This is one of the areas where we came. Golly, that was a Navoda Omnigul style punch right there from that witch. Ooh. I don't know, 007. It seemed like a good. It seemed like it was going to do something at the time. I wanted to blow up on them. Even though I knew I couldn't hit them, I was hoping someone would be in the area and it would blow up. Because the hammer, I know it can do a lot of damage in the proper context, but I want a boomerang. Ooh. And I do believe, wasn't this attrition? Did I say at the beginning of this it was attrition? Thank you,
Operations of this scale
007.
require oversight. Their leader must be close.
I've got his trail. He won't get far.
Once you find him, the Guardian will be the one to engage them.
I understand.
Woo! Those are deadly. We know that from Ala Kul, the Light Blade. Watch out for those shields. Alright, he's gonna be bubbled. Go, little scions, go. That's the only time you'll ever hear me rooting for them. Now, I think we're supposed to stay up there. You know, stay back. Stay back. He's very upset. He's probably mad because he's a Lucent Hive. I don't think the Hive ever really took to it.
Those projections of Savathun aren't real, but they do real damage.
Lucky for us, so does the Synaptic Spear. Drive it through the Witch Queen's illusions.
Ugh.
Guardian down.
No! Vile creature! Your wings are brown! You have no glory! Get out of here! I feel like I need to run down there and grab that thing. Ugh. Where's my super that does that? Come on, traveler. She's got problems. She wants to take her aggression on us. No way! I should have jumped! I should have jumped! Thank you, chat. Hello, hello. Jump for my love. Jump in. Oh man, it's Savathuni's ghost. .007, I've tried Polaris Lance. I need to try to love it. I just have tried it and tried it. It's, you know, it's on me right now, but you know, I'm not a huge fan of it. I've said before, the Triple S gamers, you know, they're good with it. They're very good with it. I, on the other hand, I'm not so good with Polaris Lance. I want to make a run for that, you know, for the special weapon. But life is uncertain and death is sure. Oh my gosh. Why? Why? You know, normally I would grab that. I would grab that and be just, you know, trying to run around. But I know death is sure. But death is sure here on the podium. As you can see, death is sure here, 007. 007, let you and I go in at one point and I'll give it a try. I will give it a try. I need to try it just on a, you know, a lower level. Lucent Moth, Lucent Moth. Yay! Woo! Oh my gosh. That is
You let me know
testament
if I need
to
to come to
Hex
your
and
rescue, right?
Exo and what
Hear
phenomenal
someone
players they
screams,
are.
I'm
Oh,
fine.
Warden's Law
Told
Adept?
so to the
Okay.
Cabal.
It's always good to
Not in
get
any
one of
military
those.
sense. They're more disorganized than we realized. They're not
Man,
so
oh
bad
man, let me
once
give
you
out,
fight beside
we
them.
got the points.
Stay strong, friend.
Seasonal challenge completed. I wanted to move out of the way there. Grandmaster Psyops, Cosmodrome. I wanted to see what our score was, and I can't see it. All right, here it is, 343,000. 343,000. How did I do? 71 kills, 24 orbs. I'm not horribly embarrassed by that. Can I do better? Yeah. And I actually, after watching Exo and Hex go through this, you get a better feel for what needs to be done. You get a better feel. So shout out to both of them for being exemplary in their performance inside of this. Now, I am told that's lunchtime. That's lunchtime. Exo, thank you. Hex, thank you. Chat, thank each and every one of you. Let's run into the tower, and then I'm going to break for a lunch, and then I want to play around. If holding a grenade is in, I want to be able to come in and try to learn to move about the map with a sword. I want to move about the map with a sword. And I've played before. Zemo tried to teach me how to do it, and I never could. Like, I was having to mash 2 buttons at once, and although I have big thumbs, it wasn't working right on my controller. So, that I need to work on. I need to work on it. Oh, hold on, probably like 30 or 45 minutes at the most, and then I'll be back on. But if you have to go, I know you have to work. If you have to go, we'll grab it again. Oh, 007, I actually thought about coming in on, my Warlock or Hunter. I really did. I thought, I need to come in on them. Did I lose a bunch of stuff? Probably. 65. Let's move this out. Here's what I would really think about Warden's Law. Although perpetual motion and shot swap, is that any good? I don't know if that's any good or not. But I got that completed. Now, before I go, I want to check this off. Check this off. What did I get? Let's go to this.
Please, Guardian. It's busy.
Grandmaster Psyops Battlegrounds. I get to check that off. But ultimately, having a good team, finding a good clan, and, hanging out with them. Now, sometimes, I'm going to say this, Holden and I were chatting about this last night off camera. Sometimes you will join up with a clan, and it might feel like a good fit initially, but then it's not a good fit. It's like a shoe. You try it on the store and you think, oh, this is a good shoe. I like it. You wear it for a week or so at home and you realize this shoe ultimately doesn't fit me.
Ready?
That can be the same way with the clan. So sometimes, you have to just go out and find one where it's a good fit.
Let me check right away.
Or build your own. Because... Now, having said that, I want a PvP group inside of Coterie of Arms. I like that sword, or that bow and arrow. I like it. But sometimes you want to just, go out on your own. Sometimes you want to maybe stay with the group. But we need, if you're watching this past the live stream, and you're a PvPer, like I know Exo is a PvPer, I think Hex is a PvPer. But if you know that you want to find a place to build a group of PvPers, we will definitely have, some good spots available in Coterie of Arms. So think about that. One day I'm hoping Exo might decide to be our PvP captain. Or, even Hex. Hex is a phenomenal player. Bye. I'm Ransom Rider. This is my favorite game, Destiny 2. And I will be back very soon to push back the darkness. Bye. Bye. Thank you, chat. Thank you so much. Breaking for lunch. I'll be back. Thank you, Holden. I'll check you as soon as I get back in. I'll holler at you and send an invite.